who gave different macroeconomic theories. So here I won't be discussing any of these theories in detail. I'm just here to tell you who gave these theories. So in many papers, this question comes. They are giving you 4 options. You have to mark which option is correct. That is this the person who gave this theory? Is that the person who gave this theory? Or there is some match the following. So there, this might be a little useful. Classical theory of output and employment. So you have to understand one thing, that uh, classicals, they do not have a coherent macroeconomic theory as such. They have not worked on one single monolithic theory which you can call as a classical economic theory, nor they have published any theory of national income determination. They have certain classical postulates which or ideas, you can say, uh, on the macroeconomic issues, like wages and prices will be flexible, market is going to be in full employment. In case if there is any deviation from the full employment, then this wage price flexibility is going to take care of that. And basically your ideas of Smith, Ricardo, and Mill. That was absolute income hypothesis. Absolute income hypothesis is what your consumption theory. It is given by Keynes. He says that consumption is determined by individual's income. So in case if there is an increase in income, there is going to be an increase in consumption, right? Then you have relative income hypothesis. Now, relative income hypothesis is that my consumption is not driven only by my income, but relatively what other people are also consuming, or what is the relative income of the people around me. So this is given by James Dusenberry. Permanent income hypothesis. Permanent income hypothesis, again, is the consumption theory in which the idea is that in case if there is going to be an increase in income, right? If there is a transitory increase in income, I may not be affected much by it. I will not change my consumption as such. So if there is an increase, I'm more interested in the long-term increase in income. That is going to affect my consumption, not any transitory increase in income. That is what the permanent income hypothesis is, and this is given by Milton Friedman. Life cycle hypothesis is my consumption and savings behavior is dependent upon my expected income over my lifetime, and I would want to smoothen out my consumption throughout. So there'll be periods in my life in which I won't be working, I won't be earning any income. So I'll be dependent upon the income which I would have earned in the working life. So I'll be dissaving at that time. And during my working life, I'll be saving. So given by Franco Modigliani. Random walk theory of consumption. So random walk theory of consumption is basically that consumption pattern which the individual will have. I mean, it is random, right? It follows the random or unpredictable path. And this is given by Robert Hall. Tobin-Q theory of investment. Basically, the market value of assets. I'll be comparing the market value of asset and the replacement cost of this. So in case of the market value is more than the replacement cost, I think, fine, this is a good investment, I should be investing. So this is what my Tobin-Q's theory of investment given by Tobin-Q, right? So then you have quantity theory of money. So generally what we are going to say is that the price level in the economy is generally determined by the level of money supply in the economy. So in case of the money supply is going to increase, prices are going to increase. Fisher has given this, and Friedman has also reinstated this, right? Reformulated quantity theory of money. MV equals to PY. M is money supply, V is velocity of money, P is price level, Y is output or income. Portfolio theories of money demand given by James Tobin, Baumol-Tobin model. So instead of money, or there are other models also apart from that, instead of money, you can invest in various other assets too. So there is a risk return choice in that. So that is going to make a difference to the money demand. So should you be investing in those assets, or should you keep your money as money only? Depending on the risk return which you have, depending on the risk and return which you have, right? Okay. ISLM model, Hicks and Hansen. IS is your goods market equilibrium, downward sloping. LM is upward sloping money market equilibrium. There, where the two markets are going to be simultaneously in equilibrium is that level of output and interest rate, ISLM. We have done this in detail, all about this. Then you have monetarism. Monetarism is that it is the money supply has the main role in maintaining the economic activity and the growth. In case if you want to have the inflation to be stable, we should have a stable money growth. That was one idea. So there are two things. One, role of money supply in influencing economic activity. That is one thing. Second thing is that stable growth of money supply is required for stable inflation. So in case if money supply is going to increase drastically, there is going to be more inflation. Monetarism. Rational expectations. Rational expectations is basically when the different, say for example, I want to predict the value of certain variable next year, like for example, prices. So I won't be looking only on the data of prices. I will also be looking on the data of many other variables which might affect the prices. So I'll use all information which is available in order to make the prediction for next year. So that is what rational expectations is. John Mote. Then you have new classical economics. So new classical economics, it emphasized the importance of the role of rational expectations, your market efficiency, role of individuals' behavior in determining the economic outcomes, given by Lucas, Sargent, Prescott. Neoclassical growth model. Neoclassical growth model, basically your Solo-Swan model. You've done this in detail. Again, it's an economic growth model. Endogenous growth theory. Again, we have done this in detail about the Romer's model of endogenous growth, right? So what are the other factors which can affect the growth theory? Endogenous growth theory. Open economy macro. Mundell-Fleming. Again, you know this in you very well know this, that how the exchange rate, your interest rate, and output are going to be determined. So there is a simultaneous equilibrium which is found out through IS-LM and BP curve. So in IS-LM you have two equations. Here you have three equations: IS-LM and BP. Supply side economics. So supply side economics is emphasizing the role of supply side in determining the economic output, right? Increasing the productivity, boosting the productive capacity of the economy. And it emphasizes that you have to reduce the barriers to production. You have to incentivize investment and innovation. All of this advocated by Arthur Laffer. So this is not a complete video on different macroeconomics. This is just to help you for a particular kind of question. That is, if they ask you who gave these theories, so you have to match or you have to mark the correct option. It is for that, right? I hope it was of some use to you, right? Thank you, Beta.